what's up? Welcome back to Cover 2 with
B Woo.
Earl Knows It All, and man, we got a show for y'all today. I'm on fire, B Woo. Let me move this, man. I need to see your face, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, indeed, man. It is a jam-packed, Falcon-heavy discussion.
Yeah, man.
It's a lot of things on the table for these Falcons today, man.
But before we do that, we're going to get out everybody else out the way, and then we're going to zero in on the Falcons today, man.
Okay, let's go with it. Let's go with it.
The Cowboys, man, they look good today. They wound up getting a big win over the Rams. Kind of a surprise. Their defense came out early on, looked good, man. Dak had 4 TDs. He did his thing.
Yeah.
What you think about it? The Cowboys seem to beat up on bad teams.
Man, you took the words right out of my mouth, man. The Cowboys are doing the things that, Cowboys do. They're beating these teams up bad, and, they get everybody talking about them.
Yep.
And then
they let
you down. So I ain't really worried about, what these Cowboys doing right now, because we know at the end.
I have learned my lesson, man. I thought they was going to beat San Fran. They play a real team, and it don't go the way it's supposed to go. So, they keep beating the bad team. They're going to wind up losing in the first round of the playoffs.
That's what they do. They set you up, get you talking about them, and then they're going to do what the Cowboys do. First round exit. If
they should make the playoffs.
They should make it.
They should make the playoffs.
They should make the playoffs.
Yeah,
they should make the playoffs.
But it's gonna be a quick exit.
The East is real,
real suspect. Yeah.
So, but man. Right now, as we talk about the East and things going around in the league, it's still no.
I mean, y'all see how the switch happened.
It's still no forerunner.
I mean, I guess you could say that the Eagles got the best record in the NFC, but they struggled today. We can get into that one.
2 games with Washington.
Yeah, and maybe that's just their kryptonite or something, because Washington, I think, was the only team that beat them in the regular season last year, too. So, now, I didn't watch a lot of that game, but I caught some highlights later on because I was watching the Falcons game. Right. I don't know if you noticed, we ain't talk about this. Your boy, Julio Jones, scored a touchdown, man.
Wow, man, that's what's up, man.
I'm sure you're proud of him.
Hey, he said he was there to dominate.
That's what they say, man.
They say he's there to dominate, and if that's gonna be the piece that they need, they got a heck of a piece.
That's gonna be the piece they need. They in trouble, man.
They got a heck of a piece.
Now, I will say this now. Julio catch the tough passes. He got hit, and he was about 2 or 3 people on him in the end zone. And now, as long as they don't leave Julio open, I think they're gonna be all right, man.
Come on, man.
Julio dropped the ball if he open, man, but he made the tough one, so I give him that.
I think the Eagles' front office, has put this together.
This is true.
And you got a heavy Georgia team, heavy Alabama team. And I think that's the key to success, man.
Them teams that win at the level below.
I think this really might be that year.
It is, man. I'm still with the Eagles, man.
In spite of what, what's going on, in the NFL, I think, they are the team.
They won a big, so we talked about that game before we left out of here last week. They win the big matchup against the Dolphins, so took care of business and looked better in that game than they did today. But like I said, they 7-1 now, so Julio showing up, not watched, I guess, man.
I never thought Julio was washed. He didn't look good in Tampa last year.
Or Tennessee either.
Or Tennessee, and I really don't think when he was in Tennessee, his mind was totally gone away from the Falcons. And
I think Tampa probably made me a little bit more think that it was over with for him, because Tannehill in Tennessee, that ain't really no quarterback, as we'll get into that too. But you got Tom Brady, man. You would think, even though he catches Tom Brady at the end, that he would be able to kind of get some magic with him. But maybe it's Jalen Hurts that's gonna give him the magic, man.
Brady didn't really need a Julio. He's done it. He can throw the ball to anybody.
That's true. And he did that his whole career.
And so, and when you look at, with Julio and, Brady and, Brady and Moss, like, they didn't get it done with Moss. So
that's true. That's true.
But yeah, man, I think the Eagles are, even though it's still early, still not no dominant team.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna say it's still early because we
halfway there now.
We halfway there now, and things are starting to probably shape up a little more. You're looking at Cincinnati and they're looking like they're emerging. Looking like Jacksonville is things are starting to shape and rise how we expected them.
That's true.
That's to rise, man.
Yep. We are kind of seeing things come into focus now. Now one of the teams we've been talking about, and speaking of folks that we talked about, I picked Minnesota to win the NFC North. They struggled early on, but they are on a 4-game winning streak, but they lost Kirk Cousins today too. Yeah, man. An apparent torn Achilles tendon, man.
Yeah, so, when I was looking at the clip and seeing him limping off, whatever words you want to use, I say, immediately, man, that looks like Achilles. And
it's crazy. I don't remember being this many Achilles injuries like this in the NFL.
I don't either. I don't know if it's the grounds or the footwear that we're wearing now, or is it the hurry into the season? Yeah, what's going on? I don't know what it is. But yeah, there's been a lot of those type of injuries.
That's a little personal story. It makes me shake. My Achilles be hurting all the time, man. I be like, yo.
You gotta stretch it, and while you say that, mine's get too. And the best thing, people, if you have an Achilles problem and if you feel like it's hurt, start stretching it. I was told that's the only way you probably can save it.
You don't want that thing to pop, man.
It's for the
a rough time.
It's it's probably gonna be a long time for recovery on that.
Yes, sir. So, man, best of wishes to Kirk Cousins, and
indeed.
The Vikings got the Falcons coming up next, man, and we can go ahead and get into it now, man.
Yeah.
Atlanta Falcons lost today, came in first place.
Yeah.
I text you at one point in the game and said, man, I'm finna get my Sunday afternoon nap on, because I can see how this about to go. Yeah. Because Mr. Riddles, I'm back on the Riddles band now too, man. It was looking a little tough for him, man. I think everybody in Atlanta, or at least everybody I know anyway, got a welcome surprise, man, at the start of the second half.
And I was kind of half in, speaking of naps, I was kind of half in,
I figured you would, because you didn't say that to me. I was like, oh, hold on, bro.
Kind of half in and half out at that time myself too, but when I looked and I said, but on the serious note, Arthur Smith has really opened up a can for himself, because now you have given the fans what they wanted to see.
You got a sneak peek, man.
You have let the cat out the bag, and now the fans see this. And man, you talk about Minnesota coming here next week. Yeah, man. And just
another winnable game.
But just like I was saying, when we were talking about the Falcons coming up, looked at the schedule, and I said it's gonna be a roller coaster ride.
But it shouldn't have to be that way, man.
Last week, you going up. This week, going down.
It shouldn't have to be
full head of steam, because when you look at what we are doing, bringing this Heineken in.
Bartender Heineken.
We brought this Heineken to the table, and now everybody drunk. Because now you see, oh man,
if we just had a quarterback that could make
just had a quarterback, and let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Next week, is Heineken going to be your starter? Or do you bring Rose back out?
Well, if you're asking Earl Hill, Heineken is my starter. However,
no doubt.
We already heard your boy Coppin Please, man, and saying that he's going to go with or that Heineken is a backup quarterback, right?
Right.
And I heard Heineke say this.
You're the starter.
Oh no, I mean, this is Desmond's team. He's played great throughout the year. Obviously there's a couple hiccups here and there, but he's progressing every week. He's working hard, and Logan and I are doing everything we can to help him in any way we can. So, obviously ultimately that's Arthur's decision. But tomorrow we're going to come in, try and get better from the film, and proceed as usual.
As well as Arthur Smith say, he still trusts Dez. They just let Dez stay out the game because for precautionary reasons, is what we told.
Right, and courtesy of this text that you sent me, it says the Falcons said Ritter was being evaluated for a concussion, but added shortly after that he had been cleared. He was on the bench to start the second half, wearing a hat and following the offense. Heineke took the field. Mm-hmm. So, with that being said, he cleared the protocol.
He did. They said that on the broadcast.
So, how do you bring this guy back in next week? Because you said he cleared the protocol, but he didn't look.
Man, like you said, he's setting himself up for something. Cause
he's setting exactly what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
He has opened the can of worms to end his career here.
Oh man,
as the head coach of the Atlanta Falcons.
I seen somebody say in the comments a couple weeks ago, y'all always want to fire a coach. Like, no, the coach is fired himself.
He's about to fire because now, and man, God forbid the Falcons would have won this game. Man, you say
I was praying and hoping for the Falcons.
And you say you're going back with Riddles after a victory, because now you got a little way to say, okay, well, Riddles is my guy.
Yep.
We still didn't win.
Yeah.
He's the guy that we win games with. See, this is how the story is going to be wrote up. So for all you thinking,
you used to accuse the Atlanta Falcons organization of doing this for Matt Ryan. However, Matt Ryan didn't.
This is how they do business.
But they really are trying to make everything tailor-made, perfect for Desmond Ritter. And I don't know why. You say it's because they drafted him, but
I don't see why you would go back with Riddles next week. But I'm telling you guys this now. If you think Riddles is not going to be your starter next week,
he's going to be the starter the rest of the season.
Unless he hurt.
From what I understand. Because if you watch that Jacksonville game where he was stinking it up, and everybody's saying, the reporter even asking, so what are you going to do at quarterback? I haven't even thought about that. Like, if the little lady on the sideline know, hey, y'all probably need to get y'all quarterback changed. Like, how the coach don't know this? So, we should have been thinking, Ritter got to be hurt, man.
Yeah.
Because ain't no way Arthur Smith just, changed his mind, I guess. I don't know what. And it's crazy.
And that's why, getting into it, I say you have opened up the end of your career.
Yeah, man. He has.
As a head coach.
He has.
Because now, when you come here next week, and whoever Minnesota puts in at quarterback, and that guy outplays Ritter, just like Levi's. Will Levis did today.
Did he ever?
And you make this next guy look like he is Patrick Mahomes and any great quarterback you want to name out there. Yeah. When you make these guys look like this, and you still have now you have really opened up the topic of where's my next head coach coming from,
But that's the thing. You know how the Falcons do, man. So the fans going to be calling for Arthur Smith to get fired, right? But Arthur Blank is not going to fire his coach, though, because he rides it out until it's absolutely the end.
Well, speaking for the fans, and this is a sentiment around this city right now, the fans are sick and tired of waiting. We have waited. We have been patient.
Welcome to the party.
We have been doing all of this. So, when you see that you riding in that Mercedes by yourself, you're going to know, Mr. Blank, that the fans are tired of this mess. So, you're going to have to give us an answer. And I don't think Arthur Blank is not going to listen to he is owner of the fans.
Listen, man. He let Mike Smith stay too long. He let Dan Quinn stay too long. I mean, the only coach he really done fired, like, quick was Dan Reeves.
Well.
And that's probably your best coach you done ever had, man.
Well, I think I don't really see Arthur Blank has I think he's been too friendly with his coaching staff,
with everybody,
and his staff
in the
period.
Look at him.
I do not see that relationship here with him and Arthur Smith. I don't see that.
I mean, maybe because Arthur Smith seemed like he may be a bit of an a-hole from just how he carries himself. So you don't see Arthur Blank on the sideline as much and all this stuff.
You do not see him on the sidelines.
Yeah.
So I think that would be, and maybe this is just Falcon fan talking, wishful thinking. Yeah. But I don't think he's gonna put up with this guy as long as he might have. He's not gonna have a chance to overstay himself. Yeah. But I want to talk about, man, this Heineken and Riddle situation, because it is going to be a topic the next few weeks, because you saying Riddles is your guy.
Been a topic before he even played.
Well, but
so
now you have brought it to the forefront.
Yeah, we seen it with our own eyes there, man.
We have seen it, because usually you could say, as Arthur Smith as the head coach, you could say, oh, Heineken is not the better guy.
Yeah.
And the fans going to have to pretty much buy into that. Okay, well, maybe he not the better guy. Yeah. He ain't playing for a reason. But you seen this man scored, I think they said 20 points.
Yeah, it was 3 points in the first half and 20 when he came.
And 20 when
89 yards in the first half, like 300 yards or something.
Yeah, so the offense, the Mercedes is moving. It is moving. Yeah. And you have now shown us what we need to see and what we already kind of believe. Something that you really didn't do last year with Mariota. But you have shown this, a sneak peek. And it's about to be.
I say you should have did this last year.
It's about to be ugly, man. I'm telling you, this is going to be horrible. If you lose this game next week and you back in second, third place, whatever. If you lose this game next week, you on the hot seat, buddy.
It's crazy because it's a winnable
division,
it's a winnable conference. Like, I don't think they don't have more talent than the Eagles do, but everybody else, like, they should be able to play with everybody else, man. You got to worry about Detroit, Philly. I mean, and that's really, San Fran too, I guess. But yeah, man, like they 4-4, and they probably should be realistically at least 6-2.
Yeah.
And you should have this division wrapped up at this point, or heading towards it before you play your division games. But they keep allowing this guy to lose games that there's no need for you to lose.
And the games that you won, they could have been lost. They could have been losses.
Yeah.
But I mean, now you have really you really show your colors, man. That you do not have your team under control. And when you bring in a quarterback backup in,
and the team get moving, and everybody
and it gets to moving, and you go back, like that's why I don't understand. Like you show your colors now.
Remember Mac Hollins in London when the man came over the team? He was like, "Man, get on!" Like,
yeah. You have shown your colors to the fan base and to the NFL. Like now,
too, like,
now you have opened up something that you might didn't want to open up, and I don't know what you opening it up for, because we all know that you want to stick with Riddles.
He might really like Riddles. I guess maybe he didn't want Riddles to get hurt, like he said, man. He must really care about this man.
Well,
but I mean, if you pass concussion protocol, like, I don't know why
he passed concussion protocol. That would make more sense to let him. And that is your guy.
And just lose the game.
You got a whole half of football left, and you really believe in this guy.
He looked fine to me over there on the sideline.
So yeah, he was dabbing everybody up. He was being a perfect cheerleader for the team. But when you open this up, and this is going to be a topic in the city of Atlanta for the rest of whatever this outcome of this season be, this is going to be a topic.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a heavy topic because Heineken came in and that offense got to moving, and they scored 20 points like this, and he was hitting targets like this. He was moving the ball. The running game opened up. Like, everything was moving fluent, and hadn't you took him out when Riddles fumbled in the first half, you might have had a chance to win the game.
A little bit more time is all they needed.
You might have had a chance to win the game.
Well, man, we definitely going to keep an eye on this Falcon thing. Y'all know we're going to give it to you the way it's supposed to be given to you.
Yes,
keep
sir.
it raw, uncut. I'll tell you, man, I had my Falcon jersey laid out, man. I was going to put some tape on it and make the 2 or 4. And I was ready to come in here and say, I'm back. Riddles is gone, I'm back, man. We got hope now. I'm good, man. That's why you don't trust them Falcons, man.
Yeah, man.
I do it to you every time.
Yeah, like I said, it's a sad situation developing.
Yeah.
And just in case you're wondering we definitely going with Heineken next week.
They already said
they already said they're not.
Heineken even has been told, like he said, they said so. He said Desmond Ritter's the quarterback of the team. I'm just here to back him up if he get hurt.
Again, they brought me here to back up Dez and help him in any way, and if he goes down for whatever reason, go in there and do that. So, again, we'll see what happens next week.
Not if he playing bad. Not if this is what I'm here for. If he gets hurt or something, so they already had the game plan put together. Like, all right, when we go in here, this is what we're gonna say, fellas. Everybody say the same thing. Don't nobody get out of line and say that crazy.
Yep.
I don't get it, man.
Yep, that's what it is. But moving on, Kansas City are in cuffs of losing to
26 seconds left. The Broncos.
To the Broncos.
Look at them, man.
It is
Russ is hyping the crowd up.
So they are about to beat
I'm glad we here because I've been wanting to talk about the Kansas City Chiefs. They just haven't allowed me to though because they keep winning for some reason. But
okay,
this is Taylor Swift's fault.
Oh man,
Taylor Swift is not at the game today.
Oh, okay.
She's been at every game.
Yeah,
and they've been winning. They say Travis Kelce is the greatest tight end of all time. Whenever she played, they keep putting the little stats up. They say show her doing a little hand clap thing, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And her album came out Friday. She got the little movie out, man. And she's nowhere to be found. And look what happens, man. These folks lose this game, man. To the Broncos, our teams, too.
Right. The Broncos look real bad.
The Broncos had lost to the Chiefs 16 times in a row. I don't think Patrick Mahomes ever lost to the Broncos before.
Wow.
This is his first loss.
He took one today.
Yeah, man. So, this is all Taylor Swift fault, man. Now, Swifties, I know y'all.
Yeah, they coming.
That's cool, man.
They coming.
Fight, man. I've been waiting.
They coming.
I've been sitting on this since week 2. Like, man, I know they're gonna miss. She's gonna torpedo this team season, man.
So Taylor Swift has caused the champs to lose focus. Is that what you
so. Everything is about Taylor Swift, man.
Yeah.
The NFL's changing their stuff on their website. Like, everything's about Taylor Swift, man. I know everybody's trying to get the money from the Swifties and all that. Hey, the only reason we bringing this up because we want some Swifties to come on over too. But, come on, man. Like, this team is a championship team. They won 2 titles. Like, why are we talking about Taylor Swift? Like,
yeah, man. That is crazy. I'm gonna stay away from the Swiftie thing, but.
Please send out emails to
that is something that I've been watching, some you've been watching, and it is not looking good because this team doesn't seem like
they're not clicking.
You know,
everything has kind of been like a fight and a struggle for them to win. Like, even the games they win, like I said, this is only their second loss, but it hasn't looked like the Chiefs usually look. Man.
No,
so.
and I think when Pat Mahomes and Kelce were asked about the Swiftie thing, and Mahomes he said, no, a lot of stuff we've been freestyling.
Yeah.
And that doesn't,
That might have lost a little focus.
Yeah,
man.
I'm thinking like, hey, you can't freestyle to a championship. I mean, I don't think y'all are that well or a machine that like that. Yeah.
Maybe Patrick Mahomes reading the Clippers, man. He think he's Brady number 2. I guess.
Yeah, I mean, Mahomes, you know, you that guy, but I mean, hey, I don't think you can, freestyle your way.
Proof
like
may be in the pudding, man.
Yeah,
if they don't do what they're supposed to do, even though I picked Baltimore to go to the final, Super Bowl this year, but if the Chiefs are not where they're supposed to be, I think we have to lay this all at the feet of Taylor Swift, man.
And speaking of Baltimore, currently Baltimore is up right now.
Okay.
With a minute and some change left to the Arizona Cardinals. So,
okay. Handle these bitches. What you supposed to do, man?
So I mean,
I
mean, just looking at it, I'm still trying to find out who is that team.
Yeah.
Who is? There's no.
It's definitely in the AFC, man.
Clear run.
Dolphins won today. They're 6-2, but I mean, we saw them lose last week to a tough Philly team. So Buffalo will always lose whenever they
right.
Whenever we start believing in them, they lose. So they lost to the Patriots last week. So I mean, Kansas City losing to Denver, like you said, man, it's not really. I mean, the Ravens have lost 2 games. They shouldn't have lost. They lost to the Colts and the Steelers, I think. So
yeah,
it's kind of tough, man. Now, another team that I said last week before we got off, I said maybe we need to look at Joe Cool. I had disinvited him from the picnic, but Thanksgiving is on the way, so
yeah,
I'm sure he'll have some pumpkin pie and some stuffing maybe.
Yeah,
prepared for Joe Burrow.
Yeah,
they beat San Fran today.
Yeah. Oh man,
beat San Fran.
That is 3 in a row.
3 losses in a row
for the mighty 49ers. The Gold Rush.
Yeah, I couldn't be happier, man.
Wow.
I predicted this. I said the Seahawks is gonna win that division, and let me just check the standings, man, because I do believe the Seahawks are in first place in the NFC West.
Oh wow!
Yes, Seahawks are 5-2 and in first place right now.
Wow!
Yes.
Whoever would have thought that?
I would have thought.
Whoever would have thought that at the beginning of the year? I guess. I mean, you
called it, man. I ain't gonna take no victory lap yet, but
yeah. But I mean, hey, I don't know, man. Is it because the tape out on what Purdy can do, or
Purdy? I mean, he struggled against Cleveland. I mean, he was a little bit better today, but I think, he had 2 interceptions today, so I ain't gonna say he was a lot better, but had 365 yards. I mean, I think it's tough to come in. He was a 7th round pick for a reason. Mm-hmm. Like, if he was as great as everybody is saying he was, he would have went. I mean, he was in the draft that San Fran had the number 3 pick. So if they thought so highly of him like they say they do, I would think they would have took him with the 3rd pick then.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes somebody can fall in your lap and you be like, oh, yeah, we knew it all along. So I think that was kind of the thing. But now, when you don't have Debo and you don't have, if McCaffrey's hurt or banged up, which they had him today, he scored a couple touchdowns, but I think you start losing them weapons, and that was the real reason I said I'm not gonna pick San Fran, because all of their star players are people that get hurt. So then you can't. I mean, we don't know if we can trust Purdy yet. So
I mean,
it's tough.
3 losses in a row, man. I never would have seen this coming.
Yeah.
The 49ers look like they had everything you need: the QB, the wide receivers, the defense, all that. And here they are sitting in 2nd place, 3 losses in a row.
Yeah. Like I said, man, shout out to Kyle Shanahan, man. Having to a better guy. We appreciate you. That's something to look at though, man. Can they kind of regain it? Because, like you said, San Fran at one point we thought, I did a power ranking and said they was the number 1 team in the league, and since then, maybe I was working some magic on them. They've lost every single game since then. So and they got a tough one next week. They go to Jacksonville. So
and speaking, like I said, Jacksonville is a team who
they
look
got a
like
bye week, then they go to Jacksonville.
Look like they're they're getting their gears back to going.
Yep.
So
the Seahawks. So Seahawks beat Cleveland. Cleveland looked pretty good in this game, man. They had PJ Walker again. Their defense. Cleveland is one of the best defensive teams, man. They got 2 turnovers, 2 interceptions on Geno Smith in this game. So your guy Emerson, he got an interception in the game as well. So Yeah, man. Cleveland.
Yeah, Cleveland. I don't know if they're for real or
I think they much like the Falcons. They are a quarterback away. Now they're supposed to have their quarterback.
They're supposed to have their quarterback,
but he is MIA.
But the defense is definitely
they got a nasty defense. Yeah.
Doing a thing. Tough running back. I like the guy Ford that's been running the ball for them. Yeah, they are definitely maybe a team that if they get in a wild card situation, these teams that are supposed to be dominant in AFC,
they can sneak up and beat you if Deshaun Watson can find a little bit of his old self and I guess first and foremost get healthy, but after that, kind of get it together. Like they're one game behind the Ravens right now. They only one game worse than the Jaguars, one game worse than the Chiefs. So, I mean, I think they could beat any of them teams with the defense they got. And if Deshaun Watson, $230 million man, he got to step up and play, man. So, I mean, if he comes out and does that, I think they could be a team to watch out for. Mm-hmm. But the AFC North is it's pretty tough, man. Yeah. Like I said, Joe Burrow, you can't discount Joe Burrow. They won 3 in a row. Matter of fact, they are. The Jaguars won 5 in a row. So,
wow. And I said the Falcons when we went to London. I said it's sad.
Get them started.
It's gonna be the team to get them started. And you say they 5 games in a week, 5-game winning streak.
They were 1-2. Now they're 6-2 on the season.
So Carolina.
Congratulations to Carolina, man. Special shout out to our guy Cedric.
They got out the hot water. They got out the hot water and they ain't boiling eggs no more.
No, man.
Man. They got their first win.
There you go, man.
Just in time.
Yeah.
So but shout out to Carolina Panthers on your first win of the season. It took you long enough.
They in the race to the bottom with the Cardinals, I guess, man.
Yeah, well, the
Cardinals 1-6.
Yeah, well, the Cardinals are about to be.
It's final now. I think.
Okay, the Cardinals are still. Okay, they won.
I don't know.
Yeah, it is. I think it is final.
Yeah, man. So, I mean, kind of looking forward and seeing we at the halfway point now. Like we said, we don't really know still who. It's kind of wide open, man. I guess you could say the Eagles. Or 7-1, they got the best record. But I am a self-proclaimed Eagles fan. I don't feel comfortable saying, I just trust that they're gonna be the team that be.
No, man. I mean, really, there's nobody that is safe.
Yeah.
Right now,
it's still wide open for everybody, man.
It's still wide open. Yeah. The Cowboys look like they are a dominant team until they play somebody that's play somebody who is just as equally or better than they are, and then Dak start throwing the game away, and then they start doing what Cowboys do.
That's what they do.
So it's I'm just sitting here thinking who.
So Monday night game, of course, we record on Sunday night. So the Lions play Monday night. They got spanked last week. Mm-hmm. They got the Raiders. This is a game that they should come out and
this
dominate.
Is a game they should come out and dominate.
For real.
The Raiders look real bad when I think they played.
Lost to the Bears.
Yeah. So
and Badgett.
Yeah, and Badgett. And so.
Lions,
who knows? We'll see what happens tomorrow night. The Raiders could come out and we'll be saying, "Well, dang, we thought."
Not the Lions either.
Not the Lions either. It's a very interesting season right here. So
everybody's hope springs. The only teams that you really can say out of it. I mean, everybody in the AFC South is still kind of in the AFC North. Chargers and Broncos. I think we can count them out. Patriots, you can count them out too. And the Giants, Commanders, them kind of teams. Mm-hmm. But yeah, for most of everybody, Packers are pretty bad too.
Yeah, Packers are bad. Yep.
For the most part though, you still got a lot of teams that still in the NFC South. Everybody has 4 losses except for the Panthers. So
and
that division's up for grabs too.
Yeah, it is definitely still up for grabs.
Buccaneers lost 3 in a row, so they going the wrong way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's interesting. We'll see.
And getting back to the NFC South and what could possibly, this
division is clearly here for you to win it. Because when you look at the New Orleans Saints, man, they just look like they not on the same page, none whatsoever.
Yeah, I mean they won the game today though. So
they did beat the Colts today, but looking at them, man, they look pretty bad, and we don't want them to get it figured out. We still hadn't played them yet.
Yeah.
And we still got one more with Carolina. So, I mean.
One more with Tampa Bay, too.
And one more with Tampa Bay, too. So, it's a roller coaster.
It is, man.
It is a roller coaster.
It is.
And it's probably going to be in the South a roller coaster to the finish.
That's what we said early on, I think, man.
It's going to be a roller coaster to the finish.
You have to, kind of watch it play out, see what happens, man.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Well, B-Woo, you got anything else for the people, man?
No, man. I think we about covered everything we wanted to cover today.
Arthur Smith, we on your head top, boy.
We
gonna start the crusade.
Hey, believe you me, you have started your own fire.
Yeah, that's true, man.
You have started your own fire.
Yeah,
because what you did today, sir. It was the wrong thing for you, but it was the right thing. But what you trying to sell,
ain't nobody buying it.
Ain't nobody buying that. What you trying to sell, and then you show us what we could expect, because now the fan base is gonna ride that all the way out. They're gonna ride them 20 points that you couldn't even, You turn the ball over in the red zone last week. You got away with a win, but you turned the ball over in the red zone last week 3 times.
Yeah,
and this week you couldn't even get nothing going. So you definitely them 20 points that Heineken showed us in a matter of minutes. Yeah, man.
It says a lot, man.
It says a lot, and man, you coming back at Atlanta this week, and I can hear the boo birds already.
It's gonna be ugly.
I can hear the boo birds already.
Yeah.
But like I said, I think that's gonna do it for me. I don't have anything else. Continue to like and subscribe.
Yep.
Tell your friends.
Yep.
Tell your haters.
Yep.
Tell our haters.
Yep.
Hey, these guys, 2 brothers in Atlanta, cover 2. They got something going on.
Yes, sir.
It's an informative show. It's a real show. It ain't tailored for no organization. It ain't scripted. It's a keep it real show for the people, by the people.
Yes, sir. I think you said it all, man. Like you said, like, subscribe, and y'all have a good week, man. We are out of here.